Hello everyone! In this simulation, we're going to investigate the sound wave in air. Here is a loudspeaker emitting sound waves. Air particles are shown here as small spheres being moved by these longitudinal waves. The vertical background lines show the normal rest position of the air particles when no sound waves are passing through the air. Look at one vertical layer of air particles. How do they move? Yes, they are moving back and forth. Now we will move the wavelength slider to the middle position to make the wavelength slightly shorter. This raises the frequency or the pitch of the sound heard. We will click pause to pause the wave. In a region where layers are squeezed together, look for a layer of particles that is at its rest position, or very close to the vertical line. We will click on one of the particles in this region, here for example, and the layer turns green as a result of the passage of the wave. How have the layers either side of this green one been moved from their rest position on one of the vertical lines? Yes, they have moved closer to this layer. Regions like this are called compression. Now let's find a similar layer in the middle of the next compression. And click on one of its particles to turn the layer green. Now the distance between the two compressions, as you can see here, is called the wavelength of the sound wave. Now look for a layer of particles that is at its rest position or on a vertical line in a region where the layers are stretched apart. For example, here, we will click twice on one of the particles of this layer, and the particles turn red as a result of the passage of the wave. How have the layers either side of this red one been moved from their rest position on one of the vertical lines? Great! They have moved further from this layer. Regions like this are called rarefaction. We can find a similar one. For example, here, we can count the number of background squares to the center of the next rarefaction. So, this distance is called a wavelength, as you can see right here.